Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the west. And we are traveling eastward, trying to get home by this weekend. And traveled last night. We left Colorado, made my way into Kansas, currently landed in Hays, Kansas. So I just got up, had some lunch, tried to get myself motivated to start driving again. But I figured before we leave Hays, a good way to start the day is a good natural history museum. And I've stopped here at Sternberg Museum of Natural History. Always love a good natural history museum. Of course, as I travel the country, I have something I call the EM rule, meaning if I have the time, if the museum is open, I will stop pretty much at any museum. I feel like every museum has at least something interesting in it, and I love an old school natural history museum. I grew up going to museums, so always exciting to just see a museum that I've never seen before. So please, follow me. Oh, and this is promising. As soon as we enter, we have this plesiosaur hanging from the ceiling. Oh, and there is its skull right there, the plesiosaur skull. And look up there, there is a tiger. You see some old taxidermy up there in the rafters. But here we head upstairs to the exhibits. This building is pretty cool here. The exhibits are all in this giant dome. So this here is an exhibit on the Sternberg family, who the museum is named after. They're a family of fossil hunters. And this is interesting. It says that George Sternberg was hired by the Field Museum in Chicago. So to tie in here with one of my absolute favorite museums of all time. It says while he was out hunting for fossils, he also caught this ocelot and made an ocelot rug. Here's some of the fossil hunter gear, the boots, the chisels, the hammers. Now currently, Kansas is a vast plain, vast open area, but at one point, it was a sea full of giant, terrifying fish. Look at this fish over here, this giant Kansas fish. You see this paleontologist unearthing this fish from the Kansas soil. This is probably the most famous exhibit here at the Sternberg. This is the fish within a fish. So you see this giant, terrifying prehistoric fish here, but there is another fish in its belly. That is a fish that this fish has swallowed. So it swallowed that fish, and I guess very shortly after that, passed away itself and became fossilized. That is a different species of fish inside, so it's not pregnant. Yeah, some serious fossils here at the Sternberg. This is the spinal cord of an ancient shark. Oh, and there you can actually look down and see the shark's smile. So you have the bottom of the shark's face, some chunks of shark there, and then that long spinal cord. It is very interesting. You wouldn't think that Kansas was just full of giant fish. Just an ocean of terrifying fish. Very different from how it is today. Talks about early reptiles as well, such as this turtle, this Ichthyosaurus, which it says is a type of fish reptile. Yeah, these are pretty wild, these fossils. I mean, just look at some of these. And this is what we saw coming in, the plesiosaur. And this is the Kansas state fossil. I need to look up the state fossils of each state. I don't even know if every state has a state fossil, but here in Kansas, it's the Tylosaurus, which I guess is a type of mosasaur. And of course, they can't all be fish. Here is the pterodons along the shore. There's, I guess, some of the creatures that lurked on the shore, like the Dionysus here. Dionysus, basically a velociraptor. What they used in Jurassic Park was basically a Deinonychus. Yeah, I love the design of this museum. Really interesting. And the dome kind of reminds me of the Xanadu foam houses that used to exist. Yeah, it appears this museum a very strong emphasis on paleontology. Yeah, there's quite the collection of minerals here. Some very colorful rocks. Oh, look at malachite there. That's a crazy color. This one looks like broccoli. And as we turn this corner, there is the taxidermy. This massive elk. There's a muskox. Got the pleasure of seeing real-life muskox for the first time when we visited Alaska recently. We also saw a couple of moose while we were there as well. Looks like this buffalo's relaxing. There's the pronghorn, the second fastest animal in the world. Got the African lion. There is the American lion. So we're seeing kind of a comparison between old extinct versions and current versions of animals. You have a current day big cat there, and a prehistoric Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat. And I bet deer are so happy that Smilodons don't exist anymore. You know, grizzly bears are terrifying. They will tear you to pieces. They don't even care. They don't even care what happens to you. Polar bears, equally, they hunt humans on sight. And yeah, bears can be terrifying. Bears are adorable, but they're terrifying. Especially these, the grizzly and the polar. But it's good to know that once upon a time there was a bear, even bigger and more terrifying. The short-faced bear here, showing that he is taller than both these bear monsters. And we have some live animals here. It says that in this aquarium there are there's some bichers in there. Oh, here's the turtle tank. Oh, look at that. Hey, Mr. Turtle. Big albino turtle. Oh, I love these guys here. Look at his neck. Hey, buddy. Hey. These turtles here, their necks are so long they can't pull their head all the way in, so they have to put their head in sideways. Hey. Uh-oh, is there rattlesnakes in this museum? This is the rattlers section. Oh, there it is. That's a timber rattler. We actually have these in the mountains. Hey, how are you doing today, rattlesnake? What's he trying to do? He's trying to find a way out? This is the Massasauga. And a teeny tiny pygmy rattlesnake. Oh, he's just cute. The prairie rattlesnake. This guy here just trying to live his life out on the prairie. Yeah, they sure do have a lot of rattlesnakes here. This is the pop culture history of rattlesnakes, the famous "Don't Tread on Me" sign. We have a movie poster for snakes on a plane. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. Got the that rattlesnake mug. I've seen that in a lot of Southwest gift shops. And a rattlesnake wine bottle holder. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is one of the largest collections of rattlesnakes I have ever seen. This monster, the Western Diamondback. Oh boy, the Eastern Diamondback, he's even bigger. Oh my god, his head is the size of an apple. Just headed back in this area to use the restrooms. And look what's all the way back here. Tucked away, hidden by the restrooms. There is a shrunken head. Oh, that's amazing. The real genuine shrunken head. This is prepared by the Javaro Indians. Interesting, I guess it just didn't fit with any other displays, so they hid it back over here by the bathroom. Definitely glad I had to pee. Took the elevator up here to the 3rd floor, and we are greeted by a giant toad. That is a Sonoran desert toad. That is look at that. Look at that toad there. There's some poison dart frogs over here. This is the discovery room. Looks like we go through this giant magnifying glass here. Oh, look at that big spider. I do particularly love this shark eating Jupiter. All right, so we are on top of the dome here. You can see down to the other exhibits that we visited. But it looks like we're headed into the land of the dinosaurs. Oh, watch out. Look at these pterodons. Some of that Kansas sea life basking on the shore. There's our boy, Mr. T-Rex. It looks like we just traveled under the sea, under the Kansas waves, where the most terrifying of Kansas's sea monsters live. The terrors of the deep. That is indeed terrifying. That is a very scary fish. This is Sisu, the bearded dragon.
Hey Larry,
Oh, look at her there. Looks like she's got some, laying on some eggs. Got quite a little apartment here. And quite the collection of birds here over the gift shop. Oh yeah, there's some mammals in there. Oh, yeah, I see a possum. A possum lurking back there. Oh, I don't know if I've seen these before. These are stuffed plushies representing weather. That is, that's a tornado here, the main villain of Kansas. A water drop. What's this? It's a cumulus cloud. A rainbow. And then what's this red thing back here? Oh, it's the sunshine. I have seen these though. These are different diseases and parasites. This is a stomach ache. These horrible little creatures. Some Sternberg Museum shirts. It's a dino snow globe. Uh-oh, maybe glitter was the reason for the dinosaurs becoming extinct. And then the Kansas tornado there. Oh look, there's Toto with a ruby slipper. Yeah, you can never get too far away from the Wizard of Oz when you're here in Kansas. And here are some Sternberg pressed pennies. You actually have a pressed penny of the fish within a fish. Yeah, let's go ahead and get all four. And it is quarter penny. Some prehistoric pennies for the collection. And a wonderful natural history museum here out in the heartland of Kansas. You can see the dome in the back there. That's where the actual museum part is housed. And I could sit and look at these old bones all day, but we got to get back on that long, lonesome road. And here in this residential neighborhood in Hays, Kansas, we have the Hays City Boot Hill. Now, of course, a boot hill is a cemetery where people died with their boots on. You know, in Wild West towns, the people that died in gunfights and things like that. We visited the famous Boot Hill Cemetery in Tombstone, Arizona just a few weeks back. Well, one big difference here between Tombstone's Boot Hill and Hays City's Boot Hill, there's no markers, no gravestones. Everyone is just buried out there in unmarked graves. These people here in this lovely little Kansas neighborhood living next to a lot full of buried dead people. Have this statue here, I guess commemorating the people buried here. It says between 1867 and 1874, more than 80 persons were buried here. Dozens of them died with their boots on as victims of knife, gun, or rope. Since the days when Wild Bill Hickok, Buffalo Bill, and Calamity Jane lived in Hays City, the bodies of sheriffs, state representatives, and other slain citizens have rested here, alongside those of murderers, horse thieves, and loose women. Oh my gosh. Oh, murderers, horse thieves, and loose women. We have stopped off here in the small town of Wilson, Kansas. And here is the town's claim to fame, the world's largest Czech egg. Because you see, Wilson is the Czech capital of Kansas. And I must say, that is an enormous egg. I think not only is this the world's largest Czech egg, I believe this may be the world's largest egg. Now, I, myself, am of Czech heritage. My last name is a Czech last name. It is, my family pronounces it Krejci, although the correct Czech pronunciation is Krejci. Unfortunately, I did not grow up really with any Czech heritage. My family didn't have any sort of Czech traditions that we practice or that were passed down over generations. So really, despite the fact that that I have a Czech last name, I know very little about Czech culture. Sadly, that's kind of sad. I should know more about my culture. But my great grandfather was from Bohemia, and actually, well, the cool thing is he actually had the same name as me. His name was Jacob Krejci as well. I guess he probably went by Jacob Krejci, but yeah, had the same name as me, and yeah, he was from Bohemia in what is currently the Czech Republic. The egg appears to be hollow. And we have landed here in Kansas City, Missouri, here at Chuck's Arcade. Now, Chuck's Arcade is a rebranding effort by the Chuck E. Cheese company. The Chuck in Chuck's Arcade is Chuck E, which stands for entertainment, cheese. Now, this is recent here. They've started this year. Apparently, you know, the Chuck E. Cheese company has fallen on some hard times the past couple years. They've been trying different ways to figure things out. They removed their animatronics, which of course I think was a big mistake. I'm a huge fan of the old animatronic shows, and they removed their animatronics, and now they're trying different things. They're trying an arcade here. Chuck's Arcade is while Chuck E. Cheese tend to be aimed at young children, Chuck's Arcade is more at teenagers and adults, so a different focus. They're supposed to have some nostalgia based on people my age who grew up going to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. So I'm really curious to check out what lies within Chuck's Arcade. And it does say Chuck's Arcade and Pizzeria, so they probably should have food in here as well. But yeah, let's see what lurks inside. And here we are. Now over here you can purchase food, and you can purchase game cards. You can either purchase them by the minute, so 30 minutes for $18, or 30 points for $16. So most games are 1 point. So I purchased this card. It was $21, and it has 45 points on it. But most importantly, look who is here. This is Chuck E. Cheese. Look at there, the man himself inside his glass box. You can see his eyes there. So that is a classic Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. This is kind of his 90s look with his purple shirt. So really cool they have one of the old animatronics. It'd be a lot cooler if he like moved and danced and sang and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll take what we can get. Pretty cool to have a vintage Chucky here. And over here we have some vintage arcade machines. This was one of my favorites here. I did hang out in arcades as a teenager, and this was mostly the sort of stuff I liked to play, was the fighting games. So it's back in the day, you had to go to arcades to play the new games, because, like movies came out in the theaters first, then they go to the video store. That's kind of how it was with the arcade. So all the cool games would debut in the arcade. You had to find someone to drive you there, and then you spent tons of money on quarters to play. And then eventually, a while later, a year or so later, it would come up on home consoles, and it would be a much crappier version. Let's play a little Mortal Kombat here. Oh, what character? See if I can remember the moves. Oh dear. Let's see. Sub-Zero is always a safe bet. All right, we are fighting Kano. Now this game you have to run, and then you can do the combos. This game debuted the running combos. There we go. Good old uppercut. See if I can remember how to shoot ice. No. All right, round two. We'll see if we can shoot some ice. Down towards. Well, that wasn't ice. Down towards. And again, I am playing with one hand here. It's a little more difficult. Oh, is he gonna finish me? See, oh, he wasn't. He didn't even give me the honor of doing a fatality. And I love fighting games growing up, but I always had a hard time doing the moves. I always had a difficult time doing the Hadouken movement, where it's down, then you roll it that way. I always had hard, because, I have the fine motor issues. Had trouble like doing that motion and hitting the button at the right time. Well, let's take a trip back to the past and play a little bit of Pac-Man. Oh, this isn't just Pac-Man. This is all these different old games. This is a multicade. But yeah, let's stick with Pac-Man. Pac-Man, unlike Mortal Kombat, you can play with one hand. One interesting thing about Pac-Man is we always call these monsters ghosts, but they're not ghosts. The original manual refers to them as monsters. They're actually like squid-like creatures. You see me eat 3 of them in a row. Of course, when you eat them, they just come straight back out in their ghost form. Yeah, not ghosts. That was the strangest day of my life when I found out the Pac-Man ghosts were not actually ghosts. I think in later media, like the cartoon, I think they turned into ghosts. They like retcon them to be ghosts. But the original concept was for them to be weird little squids. And they all cornered me. We'll play a round of pinball here. Let's try Deadpool. This is always an interesting one, the Tron game. My friend Jeff from Creaties actually has this at his house. Let's play a round of Tron. Let's see, we gotta tap our card, and this is a different. It's like, let's see, it's like different games. I think I have the weird controller here. Oh, do I pick what game I play? I don't know how to play this. Oh, there's my little Tron man. What's he doing? What do I need to do? Okay, he shoots to the side. What's this rainbow here? The rainbow kills. What was I actually supposed to be doing there? Avoid hitting light traces and walls. Use trigger for speed command. Oh, see, this is a completely different game now. Now I'm racing a motorcycle. Oh, the guy just boxed me in. Enter flashing circle before timer expires. I gotta enter the flashing circle. And there's like spiders. And how do I can just shoot in that one direction? Oh my gosh. It's cool that there's different types of games, but they're all difficult. My score is 13. And I do like these video game tables here. Used to be you go into like a pizzeria, there'd be like one of these tables. And you could actually sit and eat. You'd sit and eat your pizza on top of here while you play video games. Yeah, I'd love to get one of these for the house. It's so cool. It's like a piece of furniture and an arcade machine at the same time. So here's the dining area. And you can see some of these posters here. The King of Cool, Chuck E. Cheese. There's Chuck E. Cheese and Munch's the Men in Black. Big medallion up there says kid can be a kid. So yeah, it does have some of this throwback decor here. See the tennis magazine. Parmesan politics. Man, I wish we were at a time where there wasn't so many Parmesan politics. Up there's Mount Rushmore with Chuck E. Cheese's head added. I say we do it. Carve them out. Over here's like a stained glass window, and that's the original Chuck E. Cheese. He wasn't a mouse, he was a rat, and he didn't wear like a t-shirt. He wore like a vest and a tie. I think the original version actually smoked cigars. Yeah, by the soda machine, you can see that's the original version of Chuck E. Cheese. That's the one I grew up with. Now they don't have animatronics performing, but they do have this video screen. Has a singing cowboy of some sort. The sound is turned down incredibly low. You can't hear it. You can see above the kitchen door it says Pasquale's Kitchen. Pasquale is the Italian chef that plays the drums. And over here is the more modern side of the arcade. A lot of these games here to win tickets, to redeem for prizes. Let's play Quick Draw. Maybe we can win some tickets. I haven't seen what the prizes are, but all right. Oh, So we just press this to drop the balls. Gotta wait for one of those tubs to be right underneath it. Go. Oh, I didn't realize I was dropping them one by one. You have a limited number of balls. If you get all 50, you get a jack. I dropped all 50 balls. Oh, are they calculating how many balls I dropped? I get 2 tickets, 4 tickets. I won 4 tickets. Yay. Oh, there you got a picture of Munch and Pasquale there. There's this giant Guardians of the Galaxy game here. I have no idea how this works. Oh, it's another ball dropping game. So what do? Oh, we drop the ball. Balls drop. There's a lot of games are about dropping balls. Oh, so the ball runs. Oh, you gotta try to drop it in this train here. The train goes by.
One more character. Big win.
Oh, I just released 1 ball? That's all I get? Okay, apparently you only do get 1 ball. So you gotta time it carefully. This is more about precision timing.
Press the button to release the ball.
So let's wait and release it now. Come on, ball. Come on, ball. There's the train, there's the train, there's the train. Oh, the ball was ahead of the train.
Press the button to release the ball.
Oh, there we go. I think we got it. Yes! Got a ball in. I got Yondu.
Big win.
So this is kind of what a modern arcade is like. You have the ticket winning machines here, and then you have like vehicles, like things you get inside. Definitely, we had when I was going to arcades as a teenager and a young child. We definitely had like car games, but it seems like games where you sit and take a seat are very, very popular these days. So yeah, everything is either like a driving shooting experience or like some sort of like ticket winning game. See, back in my day, I saw the retro machines. Those are what the arcade was full of. So I remember saving up my quarters, trying to talk my mom into dropping me off at the local arcade. Went to a arcade that's no longer there in my hometown, Valparaiso, Indiana, and it was called Wright's Barnyard. And me and my friend Denny went there pretty much every weekend. And we had to bring like a fistful of quarters or some money to turn in to quarters, and we didn't mess around with the prize. Sometimes we play like a ticket game. We weren't concerned about that. We were gamers. We went there to see the new arcade machines and play some of the classics. We're like the old big walking beat 'em ups like Final Fight or Ninja Turtles, The Simpsons. Yeah, those are so fun. We would basically just walk and be like Golden Axe, where you're just walking to the right, just pummeling everyone that gets in your way. That sort of game, no, you don't see them anymore. You don't see that. There's no new fighting games here. I guess nowadays your system, your console that you have at home is so advanced that you could just there's no reason. There's no advantage to putting them in an arcade first because it would be the same game. But here, I guess kind of the idea is you have specialized equipment in the arcade. You have these builds that have the guns on them, or the things you can sit inside of. These are things that you can't necessarily have at home. Experience that you can't have at home. There's a fishing simulator called Wicked Tuna.
Please select the mode. Gas!
Oh, cast our reel out into the sea.
Press gas to hook the desired fish.
Gotta hook a fish.
Good. Game time.
Oh, I got a fish. Oh, there he is. I think I got a tuna. I'm gonna pull it in here.
An amberjack.
Oh, I caught an
Let's try
amberjack.
this again. Cast.
Cast. Jeez. Didn't know fishing was so stressful.
Press gas to hook the desired fish.
I gotta hook a desired fish.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. Game time, baby. Oh, I hooked a bluefin tuna. Let's get him. Come on, tuna. Wait. a shark just jumped up and grabbed the tuna, and now I'm pulling in the shark, I think?
Let's bring the pizza on!
Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There, I caught a great white shark. I'm the best fisherman in the world. Here by the restrooms, I have some of these parody posters. Chuck Trek instead of Star Trek. It's the Enterprise, but it's Chucky, and it's the USS Cheddar. And there's Jasper the dog, Helen the chicken, and then CEC World News. Looks like Munch is reporting from the lawn of the White House. This is a Batman game. We can ride the Batmobile. All right, hit the gas there. Choose a mission. Oh, which you can do the different Batmobiles? Oh, definitely we're going with Batman 60s TV series. And here we go. Steering the Batmobile. Oh no. Come on, Batman. Put the gas on it. Now here's where you redeem your prizes. There isn't an actual prize counter. The prizes are held in this machine, and then you swipe your card. And again, I don't think I got enough tickets to even get something, but yeah, you can win things from this machine. It'd be cool if they had like merchandise from Chuck E. Cheese. I think that would be a cool take on it. But I don't see anything Chuck E. Cheese related in here. And I guess we should try the food. The menu's pretty simple. You got wings, and you got pizza, pepperoni, sausage, or cheese. You can get a large or a medium, and they do have beer. And my pizza has arrived. Of course, a great tradition of eating pizza while surrounded by singing robots. We got the plate here with Pasquale on it. We got Munch on the cup. Well, let's munch on this pizza. You know, I don't remember much about the pizza when I was a kid because I was always so concerned about playing video games. Honestly, when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I spent most of my time playing video games. You know, as I was younger, I liked the singing animatronics, but as I got a little bit older, I was like, I don't even want to hear you sing, you robots. I want to play arcade games, and I did not want to eat pizza because I wanted to spend more time playing in the arcade. Let's see here. Got a very crispy crust. And honestly, you don't come to Chuck E. Cheese. You don't come to Chuck's Arcade for the best pizza in the world. Just need some pizza to refuel in between arcade games. I remember back during the pandemic in 2020s, Chuck E. Cheese was selling pizza online, the delivery services, but they sold it under the name Pasquale's Pizza. So if you were in the know, you knew Pasquale was from Chuck E. Cheese, but if you had no knowledge of Chuck E. Cheese, then you were ordering pizza that you thought was maybe from like a local Italian joint. But no, it's from, you're getting pizza delivered from Chuck E. Cheese. Alright, so I ate quite a bit of the medium pizza here. One thing I can say, this was fairly inexpensive. It was less than $20 for the medium pizza, so if you had more than one person here, it's sufficient. Again, you know, you don't come to Chuck E. Cheese for the best pizza in the entire world, but it did its job. And that'll do, Mouse. That will do. And that was Chuck's Arcade and Pizzeria. So Chuck E. Cheese, a pretty big part of my childhood. I remember, I visited my dad. My parents were divorced. I would visit my dad for the weekend, and I would always have an idea of what I wanted to do that weekend. So usually there was one of two things I wanted to do, and that's either go to the Milwaukee Public Museum or to go to Chuck E. Cheese. My dad definitely preferred going to the museum than going to Chuck E. Cheese. I have a feeling, and Dad, I know you watch, and you can leave a comment in the comment section. I feel like my dad hated Chuck E. Cheese, but he would go and he would sit there tapping his foot while I played arcade games, and wait until I spent all my money, and then let's go home. Sometimes we did throw in the Milwaukee Zoo once in a while, but those were my two favorite things to do, was to go to the Milwaukee Public Museum or go to Chuck E. Cheese whenever I visited my dad in the Milwaukee area. I wonder, the Chuck E. Cheese that I grew up going to, I wonder if that's still there. I have no idea where it was located other than in the Milwaukee area. But yeah, so I'm very nostalgic for what they have here at Chuck's Arcade. I think it's a good concept, playing on that nostalgia. Man, it would be so great if we could get one little animatronic. If we could get one animatronic moving. I think there's a craving for animatronics. We just went to Halloween Horror Nights on both coasts, and both had an animatronic themed maze, an animatronic pizza at the maze, the Five Nights at Freddy's mazes for Horror Nights, and they were, they're based after Showbiz Pizza / Chuck E. Cheese, and so yeah, it's like literally someone rebuilt, in a haunted sense, a old Pizza Robots restaurant. It's so popular now. Maybe you could have Chuck E. Cheese and Freddy Fazbear on the stage together, come together at last. But yeah, it's definitely a trip down that nostalgic road. They do have a few vintage arcade machines that to quench your thirst for having a vintage experience, and a lot of the new shiny flashy arcade machines as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens if Chuck's Arcade, if it's a flash in the pan or if it's something that is here to stay. But it is dark, and I need to get in my car, and I need to keep heading east, because I didn't again, another day where I did not go as far as I was hoping. So I'm gonna get in the car, drive a few hours, hopefully find a hotel before midnight, and get up tomorrow and keep heading east. I think I can get home. I think I can get home by Friday night. Not 100% sure, but I think if I was not filming videos, I could have been home yesterday. But I like to, when I'm out in America, when I'm traveling the roads, I like to do interesting stuff. I like to take that opportunity to see interesting things. So I keep stopping. Yeah, what did we learn today? We learned that a fish can eat a fish, and then they can both end up as skeletons. We learned the world's largest Czech egg is in Wilson, Kansas, and we learned the spirit of Chuck E. Cheese is still alive here in Kansas City, Missouri. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, other fun, random things. If you'd like to help out the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Down in the souvenir shop, we are selling enamel pins, press pennies, motel key fobs, other fun stuff down in the Etsy shop. And still doing personalized messages on Cameo. If that's something that would interest you, you could send a message to yourself, to a friend, to a family member, any of those things. And all those things, what they do is they help to keep this train on the track. They help to keep this boat on the water. And most importantly, they help to keep this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the back.